we're doing a Refin Rewatch of the CM Punk John Cena match from Money in the Bank 2011 from the Allstate Arena, Chicago, Illinois. Little context behind this, guys. Previous to this pay-per-view in June of 2011, that was the famous pipe bomb promo that CM Punk did, basically creating ripple effects throughout the WWE and wrestling in general. He's calling out John Cena. He's calling out The Rock, the McMahon family. Just bringing up things that, you're breaking down that wall. Before it was cool doing it now. And a few weeks later after that, Vince McMahon at that time was holding a segment to re-sign CM Punk to a contract. And it just went as well as you could imagine. Go back and watch it, guys. It was absolutely phenomenal. So leading up to this, CM Punk was basically saying he's going to win the championship from John Cena and he's going to take it somewhere else. So, Jimmy, this was a very interesting time in the company because we didn't know what was going to happen.
No, nobody knew. And of course, everybody talks about it, the infamous pipe bomb video promo. And, like you said, he sat down there, he started ripping into everybody and even talked about breaking down the fourth wall and waving to the camera and all that sort of stuff. And, there's a lot of talk about whether anybody knew he was going to say what he was going to say and all that sort of stuff. The only thing I will say, because I don't know for sure if anybody knew it was coming or whether or not they got the Iggy that, hey, he's going to go off and just rip into everybody and make it sound like a shoot, is if at any time they thought he was talking out of turn, they would have cut his mic off. How long was that pipe bomb video? That pipe bomb promo?
Pretty long.
It was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they did cut it off at times too.
I think they waited for the right moment to cut it off, but they let him go for a while before anything was done.
Magically, the right moment was when the time of the USA Network's airing of Monday Night Raw was ending too at the same time. That's when it cut off. So,
interesting. Time.
Yeah.
Things that make you go,
Yeah, right. No kidding. So like I said, it's just interesting. We decided we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this every once in a while. It's something new that we're trying. We're calling it Refin Rewatch. So the link to this match, it's a YouTube link. It is in the show notes. So if you want to watch along with us, we welcome you 100% to do that. So what we're going to do, you're going to go to the 6-minute and 55-second mark of that link. We're going to be showing John Cena just being introduced to the hot crowd, we'll say, in Chicago. So with that being said, we will hit play in 3, 2, 1. So we got Justin Roberts here, guys, introducing John Cena right now, and to much chagrin of the fans, some are booing him, kids are cheering him, just like in the day.
I don't think there's very many kids there cheering him, though. I want to be honest with you.
Well, there's a smatter. I don't know. There's a few in there, and there's the spinner belt held up there by Scott Armstrong.
Scott Armstrong, our referee. That's the one we're going to be watching today for the most part. This is mostly a watch the referee. We're not really watching the match. Yeah, we are, but we're not really critiquing John Cena and CM Punk as we are Scott Armstrong, right? If there's any critiques to be made.
We did mention this is an All-State Arena too, right?
Yes, we did.
Correct.
So
and this was
Punk was going to get the babyface reaction, and Cena was already he's the babyface, but everybody boos him anyway.
So Bell just rang, guys. This reported was 14,815 fans in attendance. It did a 750,000 draw. The event drew 195,000 pay-per-view purchases. which was up from the previous year by just over 18%. So they're doing something right here.
Yeah, especially at that
And
time, because you're thinking 2011, ticket prices were a lot different back then.
yeah.
Uh, Doing 750 grand, obviously it's not what it is today, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, without question. And it goes to show you that, that time frame, because that was pretty much, you didn't have a lot of uh competition there in 2011. You're really doing great business here with these two guys on top.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
And you
we're
can see
seeing
right
Scott.
here the intensity right from the beginning. To me, looks like it's pretty good. You know what I mean? These guys are sinking in headlocks, exchanging moves.
Mhm.
And,
Well, you're seeing Cena pretty much chain wrestle and trying to keep up with Punk, but you're really starting to see, Scott's really not getting in there to check on him. Is that something that you guys normally
well,
would
no,
do?
what I was going to say, Scott was actually doing a really good job. He was moving back and forth. He wasn't standing in one spot. He was walking back and forth. He was checking every little detail of the move. When they were moving along, he was moving along. He wasn't just
and,
standing in one spot. So,
and staying out of the way too.
yes, exactly.
Yeah. Well, and he's warning Punk. Punk goes for the spin kick on Cena. And he warns him not to do it, and let's go, guys. Come on, let's get to the middle.
And little things, yes, he wasn't getting in the way, but at the same time looking busy, like he's doing his job.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly.
Like obviously paying attention to things. And there's a little thing he did there that I actually liked when Cena was backed up in the corner and Punk was waiting for him to come out. He kind of motioned, okay, come out of the corner, let's go.
Yeah.
You know.
Another thing you notice about this, we all personally know Scott, have met Scott, or worked with Scott, or whatever. Scott's actually really tall for a referee. He's like 6'2", 6'1", 6'2".
It's a big boy.
Yeah, so you notice in these spots when anytime he's in the corner, if he's not moving, he's got his legs spread, so he makes himself
Look small.
smaller. Yeah, look smaller.
Mhm.
And that's
And-
that's a good trick that a lot of taller reps have to do, and that's he does it really well.
Something I did notice too, I don't know if you guys picked it up, but when he was having him on the, I believe it was Cena pinning Punk or the other way around, I forgot, but he did the whole shoulder thing, so he was putting his hand underneath his shoulders to make sure his shoulders were down. That you don't see nowadays.
Depends on the move, depends on who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
See,
Well, yeah, I would say you don't see
here's
it
a
as
little
frequently,
thing.
I should say.
Wow, geez, hard shoulder tackle. Punk is selling it. Oh my goodness! And he's moving his shoulder.
We're telling a
like-
story.
Not only that, he's letting people know, hey man, this stuff hurts.
Exactly.
Right. And it's just, now I see what you're doing. Now I'm noticing Scott in the corner there. But you're seeing him. He's back and forth. He's paying attention. He's looking at the holds, making sure everything's going, according to plan. Yeah.
What year was this?
2011.
Okay.
So this is summer of 11.
You would have been with TNA, Brian.
Probably,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then Jimmy, I think you already had left at
SmackDown?
this time, right?
Yes.
Or no, you're going in like 9, right, Jimmy?
09, yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, in this Allstate Arena, this is when you guys went to Chicago there in the WWE, this is a stronghold for the company, right?
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
Rosemont Horizon is the original name of it. Yeah, you can skip that commercial there, RJ.
There we go. You notice the transition here, and Punk is working like a babyface right now.
Yeah,
Working like a babyface.
and
Well,
he was
heels-
a heel at the time,
right.
So,
And John Cena is still not working as a heel, even though he's getting booed.
yeah, he's working with John Cena.
There he is.
What's really cool to me is that everything's been basic, nothing crazy, and they're popping for everything.
Well, and
Shoulder
yes,
tackles.
Yes, they're popping for everything, and then another thing they're doing though is they're pacing the match, so that the big old crazy stuff is coming later. They're going to really turn up the volume, turn up the intensity, as we get close. If this is matches, they probably had 40 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever, with entrances and everything for this whole segment,
Yeah.
and they're realizing, well, we can't give them all to them in the first 5 minutes, and so they're not. They're teasing little things like there's a right there. He teases the finish. Right there, they're each teasing the
Teasing
finish.
to go to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah, teasing the AA, teasing to go to sleep. It's just okay. We're making the fans remember this is my move. This is our finishing move. But we couldn't hit it. But just remember that's the move. We're trying to win with.
As D'Lo Brown would say, and Daniel, you've heard this because we were at lunch when he said it to you, which I've heard for 1,000 times. Right now, wrestling can sometimes be compared to sex. Right now, they are making out. They are making out, waiting until if people don't have sex, you won't get it, I guess. But they're getting to that moment where the sex is what makes you just like, oh gosh. And then we get to what? The ultimate
climax.
There you go. And that's what they're doing exactly. They're just making out right now. So
is this type of match, you got two veterans here, CM Punk and John Cena. Is this something that, we talked about pre-show production meetings? Is this something that Scott's going into? Here's an ear. Oh, is this something that Scott's going with John and Punk and saying, hey, what's going on with this? How much am I knowing kind of thing?
I would hope so. I would hope he's going over the whole match with them.
I would be that guy that they would go, get away. Please get away.
Yeah.
I love being that guy. I love being the getaway guy. Get away from me. Nope. Yeah. I'm not going anywhere.
You've asked me that already.
Yep. I'm gonna ask you again.
Ooh. There's a hard clothesline.
A lot of times in matches like this is what they haven't got it all together. So a lot of times what'll happen is they'll say, here's the couple things we know you need to know, and they'll tell me those spots, or they'll say, or they'll even say, well, I know the finish is going to be this, and this is where we kind of have these couple spots, whatever, we're piecing all together. Okay, and I'll tell them to go ahead and tell me. I was like, but then I'll come back and get the rest of the match. And when I want the rest of the match, I want them to tell me everything, including the spots they already told me, because I want to go over it with them again and again.
See what he's doing there?
Yeah,
checking
the rear chin lock. He checked under the neck to make sure it wasn't a choke.
Yep.
And not only that, he stayed out of camera shot. Not only the card camera, but he actually was cognizant of the handhelds at ringside as well.
The only thing I would have added, I wish he would have done, and I would have stayed low. I wouldn't have just stood back up. I would have stayed low on that. I would say, because they were on the ground and he went down to check and he stood up. That might be his style or whatever. My style is I stay low and stay right there with them, because in my way is they can quit at any time, right? They could say I give up at any time. So I don't want to make it look like, well, they're not going to really give up here, So
what's funny though isn't a rear naked choke a finish that Taz used to use?
The form of it, yeah,
exactly. It depended on who did it, and Taz made it believable.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but we check for chokes, but why is it not?
I know they call it a rear naked choke because technically it's not on the throat. It's on the carotid artery, which stops the flow of blood to the brain and makes you pass out.
Oh, that's even worse, Jimmy.
I know, but it's not illegal.
Okay.
Having someone not breathe is illegal.
I'm going to stop your main artery.
Exactly.
But don't you choke him.
Well, keep on eating those sugar snaps and the chocolate, and you're going to get all that clogging your arteries.
Hold on,
anyways.
let me call my wife. Maybe she's.
The one thing I will say this. Scott's cadence is consistent.
It is.
Yeah. I personally don't like the way he counts, but that's his style. So, but his cadence is all that matters. His cadence is consistent, and that's all that matters. No matter
see right here.
Yeah. So he's on like his hip.
He's on his hip, but the way he pulls his arm back,
right. He doesn't. It's almost his upper body is turning as well.
Body, yes.
But like you said, Daniel, he's consistent.
It's consistent. That's the key.
Yeah.
But see, what I don't like about his counts is the people that are watching there live. He's not giving a high count.
Correct.
To where they can see it. And Daniel, this is something I taught you. You need to let the crowd. You have to. It's not about as much TV when you're a referee as it is the live crowd. As far as your false finishes go, you have to have a high arcing count to come down. He's just kind of to his side, and I just I don't know how to explain it.
The other person used to do that a lot, and me and you both are good friends with him. I work with him now more closer than ever. Is Johnny Bravo? Johnny Bravo used to count that way too when he was reffing for a few years.
Nick Patrick is another guy.
Nick Patrick's another
Yeah.
one that does the same thing. Yeah,
Now, what do all those three of those guys have in common?
they're former workers.
WCW.
Yes, there you go.
Well,
Former
yeah,
workers.
because Scott wasn't he WCW
Scott was a worker.
talent?
Scott was a
Yeah,
worker.
yeah.
Bravo was a worker.
And
Nick
he's-
Patrick was a worker. They're all
Actually, he was
former
a hell
workers.
of a worker. Actually,
And
Scott.
and they're multiple generations too.
it's in the DNA. I think
But
his brother
you know,
his brother was phenomenal.
Brad Armstrong.
Brad?
yeah.
And
Brad-
Brian was
Brad-
pretty good too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Brian's good, but they both will say that Brad is by far the better wrestler of the whole entire family.
Oh, and he was
Yeah.
for sure.
Even
Ooh,
his dad would tell him that. See, that looked good.
That
Good
looked
camera
great.
angle.
And there's you
Hey,
see
look,
the
there's Steel. There's a Steel right
Does he
there.
steal?
It was
and
a
Colt
Steel.
Cabana.
Yeah. Yep.
But like I said, this
Hey,
is
how'd
Chicago.
they get those tickets?
Yeah, they must know a guy.
Front row.
TNA's own agent, producer, Ace Steel.
Ace Steel. Yeah.
By the way,
And
I'm
then-
a
but-
big Ace Steel guy. Really good guy. I love him.
Love Ace Steel. He's the best.
It's kind of crazy how you look at 2011 versus 2025 and the amazing shape that John Cena was in back then. You know how nothing. Don't take this wrong. He's in great shape now, but how age will catch you, man.
He's also in
Yeah.
Hollywood shape. He's not in pro wrestling shape where he's in the gym 24/7. If he's
He
not
is
in the ring, he's in the gym.
He's massive here.
Yeah, he is massive.
I'll take that body over mine. Crap. I don't
Punk
care if
was
he's
in a
Hollywood, but-
Punk was in great shape too as well. Let's not forget him.
He's not
Well, I
wearing a
think
shirt.
Punk's always been in pretty, decent
Yeah.
shape throughout his career. So
Sorta. Yeah,
for,
there's
for,
been
for the
times-
most part.
He's more jacked and bigger now than he's ever been though. But yeah.
So we got pretty much like I guess we could call this a double down now. Should Scott be counting
No,
or
no,
it's not-
because
that's
Punk
not a
is
double
tech-
down.
It's not a
no,
double
It's not a
down.
double
Punk
down
is
'cause he's in the
technically
ropes.
still on his feet.
okay. Okay, that makes sense then because he was in the ropes there.
See, here's a game, a part of John Cena's game that is so underrated: his ability to sell.
Sale, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
People don't talk about that enough.
The one thing I'll critique Scott on there is that he
saw that too.
He counted way too fast. Soon as Punk went for the cover there, Scott immediately started counting. Give it a second to breathe because
Yeah.
that's where you have a lot of mess ups where the guy don't kick out in time or or they kick out too early or things like that because they can't hear the one or the two or they don't know if your one is the two or the two is the one, that kind of stuff. It could be confusing.
Yeah.
So give it a second to breathe.
Especially, you want someone. Usually, the guy waits for the person pinning the other guy to hook a leg or something like that.
Right.
So it kind of throws their timing off, their mental timing off. You're right.
I can also tell that this is a match that there was a lot of call it out there.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. They're both
you can
they're
tell.
both old school guys.
I can tell. They probably
was the
know
other-
the timing of the go home. Ooh, that was not good.
A little short, but that's all right.
John
Cena
should've-
selling that leg.
Grabbing his
John,
leg.
in my opinion, John should have just kicked out at one on that one and not sewed the.
Absolutely, Daniel.
You know
so-
what? I'm going to disagree with you guys.
Why?
Not yet. Not yet, because this match does. In hindsight, I could say it now, but because this match continued for much longer, if it was getting closer to the finish, I would say yes.
Yeah, because we're pretty
we're
much
saying-
about
well, we're
halfway
saying-
through.
We're saying because he didn't get
He
it
didn't
all.
connect. Yeah,
he didn't connect
connect.
it all, so he
Oh,
should be
okay.
like.
That's
yeah,
fair.
so- yeah.
That way you could just play it off, instead of making it a true false finish they wanted.
Yeah. And then,
So-
granted, he didn't go 2.99. I mean,
Oh shit! To the floor we go.
Yeah. So is this something, we saw the suplex from the inside out. Is this something that Scott, should he get a little bit more involved with, hey, guys, come on, let's go. Let's
Right.
go. Kind of
Look,
get a little bit more vocal?
he's doing
No.
he is right there. He's going out.
Yeah.
That's a perfect opportunity. He goes on the outside. He checks on. He takes his time. He's taking his time, giving them more time to
Mhm.
check on them. He's probably giving them a time cue or two, and then he should be when he gets in the ring. Say, okay, guys, I need you both back in. Let's go. Come on, you got
Yeah.
till 10, and now
Yeah.
he starts to count. You just gave them 15 seconds to put. As you see, he was only on 2 or 3 right there
Mhm.
when he did that. So that was plenty of time
Yeah.
for them to.
Exactly. There's a way to do it, like you said, Daniel, to give the guys enough time to do what they need to do outside to sell appropriately and still look like you're doing your job,
Yep.
as opposed to just laying out and not counting at all. When you don't count at all, then it looks off.
Right.
So
You can fudge the numbers, basically, is what I'm trying to say a little
Yep.
bit.
Yep.
okay, Dave, Uncle Dave. But I don't think this was the
Took me a
time
second.
frame where
Sorry. It took me a second to process that one.
I don't think this was the time when he was doubling as an agent yet, because I think that was later on, right? Scott, that is.
I don't think Scott ever doubled agent. I think he just left referee and 2 agent, I believe.
Yes.
Okay, I couldn't remember if he doubled up. I think he was or
No, I
not.
don't think he doubled up.
No, I don't think it was.
It's kind of hard to double. WWE doesn't really allow you to double up. I mean, we do it at TNA, but they don't really do it much at WWE.
Sure.
It's. I would be shocked if anyone doubles up there as an agent.
So over time, we talked about the form. You know, the Canes is good. You think over time he developed hip issues doing the count the way he did?
No,
I don't think it would. If he did develop hip issues, I don't think it would be from the way he's counting. That would be from his in-ring work.
yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay.
God, John is jacked.
Mm.
Jeez.
Well, but the thing is, this is 2011. We're in 2025, and these two guys are still going.
Nice sell.
You know
Nice
what?
sell.
Punk throws good punches.
He does. Oof.
And they look like they, it
Oh,
was the old adage.
they're barely touching.
Doesn't touch them. Yeah.
Kurt Angle punches.
Mm-hmm.
Bret
Well,
Hart
that goes back to
punches.
the day. You remember that? If you ever heard the Ric Flair story about how he used to punch the string.
Here's what I want to see. Armstrong is way out of the way, which is nice.
Yes.
That's a
Yes.
hard
Yes.
camera shot
Yep.
where you're seeing his face.
And for everybody, if you're not watching along, John Cena has CM Punk in the abdominal stretch.
And
he's
Armstrong's
got
on the side, out of the way. He's asking him, or do you give? Let me know. He's right there. He's there to give cues. He's in a perfect position. This is great. I would even, I mean, personally, I would probably be me a little closer, but you don't have to be.
Same. I'd be closer too. I would.
Yeah.
But I like what I think the facials maybe he knew about.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
Now he's closer.
Well,
See.
Yeah.
Well, but the thing, and you talk about the production. That's the other side of it too. You know what I mean? Production. Oh, there you
They
go.
had less cameras than they do now, so
so here comes the double down. He
There
hasn't
you go.
started
Okay.
counting yet. Here he checks on John. Now he's going to check on Punk. Now he's going to start counting.
And again, he gets out of the way.
The positioning. Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm surprised he's counting because John Cena doesn't like double downs, but this might be after the fact. He might have changed it after.
And what is he doing? He's counting. His arms are high, to give the people the count, but he's not jumping up and down and screaming.
Right.
He's not standing out.
You can
He's
see
counting
both of
and
them are
letting the
getting.
guys. He's letting the guys hear it.
Here
You
we
can
go.
see
Here
both of
comes-
these guys are getting winded too.
Oof.
going.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, that was a nice little gut punch.
Well,
John Cena was going for his signature stuff, but he didn't get it in, and
Here it is.
there's the
But
there it
you
is.
see,
Now we pay it off.
part of the story. Hitting that knee on the turnbuckle, it's the knee he uses for his finish.
Yeah.
For the GTS.
Now the story from the commentary team should be, oh no, that's the knee he uses for the go to sleep.
Yeah.
Will he be able to do the go to sleep?
Is
and
that something that they
Now,
did hear in
I don't
their ear?
remember this match. Hold on. I don't remember this match, so I don't know if later on in the match he does hit the go to sleep on John, and because he hurt his knee earlier in the match, there's a delay in covering, which gives John an ample time to kick out.
Oh, the crowd's going wild for Punk right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. The Chicago crowd.
There's Ace again.
Yep. That was also his sister, Punk's sister, next to Ace, which is I don't think it was a shoot sister, but he was like a sister. They grew up together, or close, or whatever. It was in his WWE biography thing they did on it, where they each had the same tattoo on their neck that says 31 with a star. Yeah.
But this is the thing you're not seeing a lot of high flying moves. You just saw tope suicida, if that's what it's called, or a suicide dive, whatever, from Punk. But you're not really seeing a lot of, high flying, as Jimmy would say, the twisting, burning 450 hammer Phoenix splash.
Yes,
Ha!
that was it. That was
That
Ding,
wasn't
ding,
it right
ding.
there. That wasn't it right there from Punk.
It's a very basic, good, solid wrestling match without
Yeah.
a bunch of bullshit. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's
With
telling a story.
psychology. With
Yes.
psychology.
The storytelling. Now he's going for it again.
Going for the 5-knuckle shuckle because earlier he was going for it and Punk kicked him.
Kicked him in
Nice
the
little
head.
sign. Nice little sign. Chicago hates Cena.
Now he gets it. So you finally get the payoff for it. Now he's going for the AA.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, ooh.
Oh, he landed on his ass.
Mm-hmm.
But see, the thing is, though, if you look back on it now, it's like he recovered so well
like
and
that.
made it look like it was supposed to be like that. And
Well,
near fall.
We don't know if he's supposed to land on his feet or his ass. It doesn't matter.
Right, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand the false finish there from kicking his legs from under him. But I get it, I guess.
Now, with the few falsies that you're seeing from Scott so far, guys, you think, the falsies, have they been good so far?
His cadence is the same.
Nothing close.
Nothing. He hasn't. There's nothing been close, right? But he also hasn't given anything away. Like this is not the finish either, because it's been consistent.
He has to go to sleep. Oh, man.
Got an ad. Hopefully it'll skip it in a second. Sorry if you're watching along. Maybe you got an ad too.
There you go.
No.
Oh, went for the
Ooh.
gut wrench.
Uh-huh.
Oh, ooh.
Man, I will say his counts are just horrible.
It's almost like he's coming from the side as opposed from up high.
But like, who can see it? If you're there live, who can see it?
Mm.
And he can't hit it harder. Like how hard can you hit it coming from your hip?
You can definitely hit it harder coming up high from up high.
I will say a compliment I always got was that people said that I smacked the shit out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, but you say the same with Daniel's counts too. He learns from the best.
Yeah, Earl.
Ah, see what I did there? I just tossed.
That looks snug.
Yeah.
That did look snug. That knee.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's that conversation you have before the match comes out, right, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Might be a little snug, boy.
That's when you say there's almost 15,000 people in the building.
I will say Punk's gone to the top quite a bit. Nothing like crazy, but
Yeah, but he's making it worthwhile, then.
Mm.
So is this something, that angle there? I didn't like that angle.
Angle of what, the camera shot?
Just a camera shot there.
at this.
You're seeing.
Oh,
There
he
you
did
go.
get him. He got him.
Yep.
He got him in the chin.
The angle was fine. There was nothing wrong with that angle.
No, as far as with Scott there being have his back to the camera.
Here's a close up again.
Ooh, right in the chin.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Lucky he still has teeth.
Does he?
Well, they're in his
Well,
mouth, I think so.
He can afford new ones.
Now he can afford more now.
I do like how he stays out of the way when he doesn't need to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, here comes the setup. The HF.
And you don't see him running in to give a cue or running in for anything. Like
There you go.
I actually haven't seen him give a cue. Let's pay attention to that, guys.
Yeah. STFU here.
Well, he dropped the U on it. when he
It's
came
funny. It's funny you said that because one of the things I've noticed from guys who used to be workers that put on the stripes is they don't stay out of the way as much as someone like a Scotty does here.
in.
That's true. Like how he's watching the rope, watching his hand,
There you go.
Yeah.
selling it.
I do like that though, that aspect of it, where he's watching it that intently. But these guys just look like they're hoof. Because at this point, let's see, they were probably about
he did pass a cue there, but
Yeah.
yeah.
You don't know. You don't know.
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
We
I
know
saw
he
it.
did, but
We know he did. Yes.
but
That was
no one
nice.
else would know.
Okay, Jimmy.
I love that.
Jimmy, let's take it to another level then.
What?
Let's see if we see a obvious one.
Okay.
Jimmy's gonna go the rest of the way. There's one. There's one.
No, but the other thing too, I love, that kick to the back of the head. Cena landed face down, and Punk had to struggle to push him over on his back for the pin. See, little things that look legit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Cena was laying there like, okay, push me over, dude. I'm not rolling over for you.
He's going to the top again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Punk
when he
goes to the
does, he's
top a
making it
lot.
worth it.
Punk goes to the top
goes-
a lot, actually.
Yeah.
He does. He did it a lot in the Seth Rollins match too the other night, a couple weeks ago.
Oh, and
roll
roll
through?
over. Oh, and there's a little reaction from Scotty.
There's there was nothing wrong with that little registered little reaction.
No, not at all.
Here's the go to
Should've.
sleep.
Nope, countered.
Oh,
SDF.
nice.
STF.
Yeah, now like you said, he's staying out of the way. And it just he's
Now we already had the rope rape from the other one, so what does he do?
Pull him back
in the
out.
middle.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Simple. Keep it simple, stupid. It works.
And this is the type of thing, guys. And correct me if I'm wrong. You're gonna want to get as a referee. You want to get not as close to him, but you want to get lock eyes with them, right? So
In what
to speak,
aspect?
when they got him in a submission here.
You just want to get
Are
by
you
him.
Are you looking at him intently? Are you hearing him? You're listening to him more intently.
Well,
and
it's
a kind of vice?
submission. It's a submission. So right now you're looking for a tap.
Yeah.
You're not necessarily looking at the face as much because you just want to see a tap. Now, if you get
Yeah.
to a choke situation, you might start looking at the face.
Sure. Oh, yeah. But it's you get those facials from Punk there that will consistently, it'll sell the move a little bit more.
Another thing too is that you're trying to, well, we give away the business a lot here, but they might be calling spots right there. So you're trying to do stuff to also so no one pays attention to they're calling spots.
Hey.
So,
Okay.
1, 2. Oh, not quite 3.
Horrible false finish.
yeah, it was horrible. Yeah, I didn't like that false finish.
Horrible. I knew it wasn't it.
Yeah, but I also believe that
I haven't watched this, Daniel.
Yeah, so this is the first time you guys are watching this, correct?
no.
Since-
Since it happened,
Yeah,
yeah,
well,
since it
14 years.
happened.
years, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't. The only thing it was a terrible false finish, but it's not just on Armstrong. I think it was a little bit on Punk. Punk could have waited a little bit longer to kick out too. He kicked out at like 2.5 instead of 2.99. That should have been a 2.99 kick out because you seen it hit
That's
his
his finish.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Wow.
but don't you guys have all right, let's make these motherfuckers bite. 1, 2, and then you have even if he kicked out a little bit early, you can still play into it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, of course, 100%.
It was just a bland.
Yeah. No,
Well,
I
he's been-
agree. I agree with that.
Oh, what are we doing here?
Leg
It's the
drop
leg-
on top.
Oh.
Oh, well, good cover, but that sort of hit it. That was a better falsie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That was.
So, in those aspects, when you want to get those, like you said, those falsies, is that something where your guys are saying, are you vocally saying "get kick" when you're coming down, or are you just relying on the guys?
It depends on the
Yeah.
person, and I mean, I've
What's
done
really
it.
crazy? Hey, Daniel, you heard last week. Kyoto said you used to do the same thing I told you about.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Kyoto never taught me that. I don't think Jimmy ever taught me that. I think it was just something that it just kind of. I guess someone had to talk me that, but I don't know.
You
Kind of
know,
strange.
Credit, yeah. I mean, there's certain people like I know Nick Nemeth is going to kick out at 2.999.
Right.
He's going to do it beautifully, so I don't even have to do it with him. But there's people at OVW for sure that have had to go kick, because
Right.
so like it just depends on who it is. Here comes the leg drop now.
Yeah.
Man, you
Feel
don't see
good?
Cena go. You don't see Cena go.
Oh, you got to be
But the
kidding
thing is,
me.
though, with
I
John
know.
Cena, you don't see Cena going up that often, though.
No,
To
so
the
when he
top.
does, it makes it special.
Yeah. Oh. Now, how about that falsy there?
Not good to me.
No.
It could have been better.
Yeah.
Well, like you said, it's his production from the
I'm not
this
going to give
production.
away. I'm not going to give away the tell for me.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give away the tell
Yeah.
because
I
that
saw
happens
it.
currently, and I don't want to give it away. So
Yeah. But I saw
And
it
that's
too.
it. Yeah. But it's just that one thing that you're seeing in this match is just the selling from both Punk and Cena.
Mhm.
And it goes to show you they're telling that story.
I don't even know if I watched this thing live, but I can tell you this is a hell of a match.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, we'll definitely talk about it after the match, and we'll get into our third count. We'll definitely
That's the
talk
second.
about
That's the
responses,
second.
Yeah.
That's the
AA.
second one.
Oh, better fall.
All right, that was
good
much
one.
Yeah.
better.
That was
That
close.
was
That
good
was
one.
Much
that
better.
That was
That
good
was
one.
They
That
got
was good.
everybody there.
All right, maybe he's fooling everybody. Maybe he's saving it. I don't know. I'm just saying.
See, this is a situation.
I did talk to Scott
Again-
about this match before, personally.
So you think he was saving it?
Oh, maybe, but I mean, I've talked to him about it. Like when he came into Impact, we brought this match up, and he talked about the craziness of this match, the intensity, and all that stuff. So yeah,
Now, at that time, you see Cena saying, what's up with that saying too. Is that perfect time for cues that time?
Oh,
It's the
absolutely.
absolute perfect time to give
Yes.
a cue because it looks like you're having a discussion with him about the count, but at the same time, you could be giving him other instructions, whether it's, okay, we've got 6 minutes to go, we've got plenty
Or-
of time. Take your time.
Let's go to the
Or-
home
or-
sequence.
or he could be. I mean, he could be saying, "You tell that guy right there. You talking to Punk? You tell him we're going to this spot, and then you go check on
Right.
Punk, and
Yeah.
then you're
Yeah.
giving him the spot. I mean, there's so many different things you can do during that time. You could be giving him a lot of you can give him cues right there. Tell him to get down
Yeah,
on the top rope. I mean,
Oh, what are we gonna see here? More than jeez.
Oh. See, that's one of the misconceptions that some young referees have today, that as soon as they get that cue in their ear, they
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
right that second, I got to pass it on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And this was before the McDonald's button, right?
Mhm.
Didn't it come out?
Yes.
Didn't have
No,
it
they
yet.
didn't have a McDonald button.
Donald's button came after Murrow got hurt,
Mhm.
Okay.
or Rusev, whatever he was there.
Yeah, I think it was Rusev. Yeah. Oh. Oh.
Very,
Ah,
very
beautiful.
creative. Very
Mhm.
creative.
Yeah.
Hits his finish, he goes out.
And facial expressions. Punk is selling with his face.
Yeah.
It's like, daggone it. Now order me to win. I got to drag him into the ring and then pin him. And that's, by then he can kick out.
And that's a big old hoss I got to throw back in there.
And I say he's not a cruiserweight, that's for sure. All right,
And
so
you
we're
see
about
Armstrong giving him plenty of time to tell him to get back
Mhm.
in the ring. I don't even know if he started.
Yes, he
He started
is.
the count. Now
He
he's
just
on
started
two.
there.
He's
Yeah.
on two. And they've been out. And Cena was outside of that ring for 15, 20 seconds.
Mhm.
Oh, here we. If you're watching, here comes Vince and
Hold your
hey,
tongue.
brother.
Do they have matching ties?
It looks like it.
Jeez.
No, they're different. One's pink, one's purple. Or
They were foreshadowing the story too as well. Too.
Oh my goodness. I don't wanna- I'm not going there, please.
But
I want to
this is
stay on the air.
Do you think this was a? Did this have to happen here? Have them come out? Oh, Vince
Yeah,
is calling for
They're
it.
teasing the Montreal screw job here.
Yes.
Okay, right. Yeah. Boom.
Oh shit, that was a good blow. Now, that was a good blow. Stop,
it was a
RJ. Stop.
was-
Hold on. Stop that.
Pause. Was that a tater?
That was
Okay.
a shoot. That was a shoot. Back up just a little bit. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. This
Yeah.
is Johnny, right? This is Johnny, right?
It's Johnny.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, potato his ass.
Wait, a little back. Well, just a touch.
Right
there
there.
we are. Right there.
Yeah, right there.
Just let it go.
All right, so he's
41
in the
minutes,
S-
guys.
boxing.
41 minutes if you want
He's
to back
telling
it
him
up.
to go ring. Tell him
Yeah.
to go ring the bell. Tell him to
Vince
go
is
ring
telling
the
Johnny
bell.
Ace to go ring the bell. He
And
comes
John
around
Cena
Johnny.
comes out and rings his
Oh
bell.
shit, dude.
It's even better the second time.
It was. I wouldn't mind seeing it 3 times.
We're not going to, though. We're good.
I know. I'm kidding.
I just wanted to stop RJ from backing it up.
No. Oh, okay.
I'll do it now.
Now, here's what's great.
Okay.
This has happened on the outside, okay? Right now with Cena on the outside. Scar Armstrong during that time was
There it
checking
is.
on Punk.
Go to
Was
sleep.
go to sleep. Here we go.
2.
So
There we
technically, Punk had not really help, but he took advantage of a situation.
Yes.
Oh.
And then, so Cena was out there talking to Vince, but Scar Armstrong was checking on Punk so the reason he doesn't have to count him out at 10, because Cena was out there for more than 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.